Whoa, what's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. We are live now. We have, I'm sitting here back here just like looking at the time. It's like 1 minute to go and whatnot. And I was like, why am I just waiting around? Why don't I just go ahead and just go live? Why don't we just do it now? Instead of just waiting around, because I've been sitting here for a little bit, just drinking my coffee. Hope you guys are doing well. It is Sunday morning. It's a little chilly here. It's like in the 30s, 40s. Hope you all are well. Hopefully you can hear me. Let's do a mic check. Let's do a mic check in the chat. Everything looking good. I had to refocus my camera, new camera. So I'm just getting used to all that. So somebody let me know how the audio and visuals are looking on this thing while I'm still trying to figure out this live gig. In the meantime, let me go say hello to the chat, man. We have some great people here. Let's see who is up in here. Going from the beginning, we have Comics Kings. What's going on, Brandon? Good morning, brother. Good morning. Is it 10 yet? It's 10 now. It's 10 now. How about now? No, it was actually like a minute ago now. It was almost a minute ago now. John, up in here. What's going on, John? Always a pleasure to see you in here, man. Cool guy. CBT. What's going on, brother? What has happened? What's happening? Manny, up in here too. Thanks for joining, dude. Is it? I messed that up. 10 yet. Yes. It is actually a little bit ago. Mike Good, comic book therapy. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Island boy Eric is up in here. Eric, it's like 2 a.m. where you are right now, right? Isn't it? Not really. You're in the west side, right? So a couple more hours, a couple of hours behind. Everyone's saying hello to each other. That is awesome. Going to scroll through. Brother Joe, what's going on, dude? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed. Videoless Chris, new camera's great. Thank you. Yeah, I finally, I've been doing this for almost a year now. I've been doing it. It'll be a year in March. Somewhere in March, it'll be a year. And so, hell, that's in a couple days. I didn't even think about that. So I told myself, I was like, yeah, I think I kind of deserve to like upgrade whenever I can. So I went ahead and got a camera. I got a little Sony camera up here, and it's been working out really, really well. I just got to figure out the audio and the video for certain things, certain videos. And we just got to figure it out. But everything's going well so far. Okay, so what are we doing today? Today we have, I thought I had a little stack of boxes here. I thought I'd go through real quick, just some things I picked up at the comic book store. And then I wanted to show that off as well. And then we're going to get into the books for next month, because I think it's going to be awesome to, stay ahead of the game, figure out what's coming, what we can be prepared for. And so let's do that. But before we do that, let me show off a couple things. We had Best Comics of the Month over at Robbie's channel. It was myself and Jem, Joe Corello, Verno, Bearded Comic Bro. It was a really, really good time. We talked a little bit about Tom King. We talked a lot about Tom King, actually. So I went ahead and picked up Mr. Miracle. So I got the Mr. Miracle trade. I got it on eBay. Using the method that I talk about on my video, I have a, buying trades on eBay kind of a video, and how you can get the lowest price possible at that moment. So I went ahead and used those techniques and actually picked this up. So if you haven't checked that out and you want to like catch up and buy some trades, go check that video out. It's pretty cool. So I can't wait to get into this one. But Mr. Miracle, Tom King, I'm just hearing amazing things. I haven't heard a single person say they didn't like it. So we're doing that. And then, as you guys know, I pick up these, you can't see them off camera, but I pick up these Marvel Legends Retro figures, the 3.75-inch Marvel Retro ones. And so I kind of like that style of box and that style of figure. And then I went to my shop, and then I saw these, and I couldn't pass it up. So TMNT, of course, I have a manual focus on my camera right now. So I got these TMNT like retro style figures, and they even have all the weapons in that little like casing. Well, when they pour like the whole thing at once. You have to like twist and break them out, and you ended up like snapping your weapons in half and stuff. So I got that, and I need the other three. So I have Donatello right now, so I need the other guys. But and they're pretty cheap. They're only like $10, $10 or $11. So I was like, yeah, dude, we're gonna get those. It's a slippery slope, though. It is a slippery slope, as I know. Bring back the Hellboy song. Yeah, I know. I think we heard, and rumor has it that he did an encore to the encore one day, like a month or so back. Very few saw it. So maybe you guys need to, if you miss it, maybe you should go back and go check that out. Okay, so what else we have here? I have one thing I'm probably not going to open. So let's open this little box here. It says Hasbro Toys. What could it be? I have been collecting those retro figures. And oh, this is going to be fun. I've been collecting those retro figures for a little bit now, and I've been missing this one. So it's a little timely that I brought it up. This is Stealth Suit Iron Man, unpunched. Look at that. For all you speckers out there. Unpunched. This is, I believe, Series 4, I think. And I think I'm still missing 3 from Series 4. And then I'm pretty much caught up except for all the exclusives. So this is going to go right over there. Unpunched. I'm going to have to punch it because I have plans to like hang all these up. So I kind of like these like style, you know, they look old, they look retro. I'm digging that. I'm digging it. I'm already started with the tropes. Already started with the tropes. 100%. Let's keep on keeping on. Blame Nick. Yeah, I know. We talked about this a few times on movie night. They were great. Yeah. I hear you. Barely able to hold back on buying these retro Marvel figures. You can live vicariously through me. I found a lot of them at my shop and I got a really good deal. And then Target usually has them for about $10 a piece. And then eBay, sometimes you can find them for like $10 with free shipping. And that's probably the best deal you're going to get. Anytime you can get them for 10 or under, that's probably the best you're going to do on any of the series, right? Like 1 through all the way through the exclusives. So, yep. Blame Nick. I know I need to be blamed for something. So let's do it. All right. Let's go quickly through these unboxings because we have a whole month of books to talk about. And I forgot what's in this one. These are all eBay finds. So we'll see what's in this little box here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I was looking through, God, what was it? Image, I think.com, like the Image store, because I think I was looking at like Saga figures. And I think Jennifer from Comics Will Break Your Heart mentioned that you could have gotten all the Saga figures for really, really, really cheap at one point on the Image store. So I just went there to go check out what else was there and if they were still there. And of course they weren't. But they had Robert Kirkman's The Walking Dead Typhoon little novel. So I thought that'd be kind of interesting to kind of get and see. And I checked the price on there and it was too much on the website. So I went to eBay and got it for like $2 or something like that. And I think it may have been even from like Goodwill or supported charity or something like that. So it's even better. It's even better. So if you're looking for stuff, you can always go on there. There, of course, there's a time and a place to go like to your LCS and do all that stuff there. But sometimes you just can't afford that. So what do? What's the alternative? You can try that. So there's no harm in that, I don't think. All right. We have a little manila envelope. So my brother hooked me up with a friend of his who had just some random comics. He was trying to offload them on eBay or something like that, and they wouldn't sell or something. I don't know. He's not a comic book guy, so maybe he just didn't know how to list it. And Chop, what's going on, brother? JT, what's happening? What's happening? Glad you guys can come in. Chop's awesome guy. JT's awesome. Showing some love. Awesome. So my brother's friend, he was trying to offload some comics. So he sent me an image. He's like, hey, my brother's into comics. Why don't you show him what you got? Maybe he'll tell you what's going on. And he goes, I'll just send it to him for free. And then the package showed up at my house. Let me show you what he gave me for free. So he gave me this Silver Surfer issue 50. Oh my God, the glare on that. Now this is the third printing, in case you're wondering. I'm unfamiliar with the printings of this book, so it was pretty awesome to get this. I don't have it, and I'm a sucker for anything chrome, especially Silver Surfer, especially of this era. And that's awesome, man. That is pretty cool. So he gave me that one. Then he gave me this ASM 365 30th anniversary chrome, like holographic chrome one, which is awesome. I love that. And then randomly, it's the Queen of the Damned, Anne Rice, Queen of the Damned. I don't know. Never heard of it, but it's pretty interesting. I was looking through it. I'm like, well, the art's kind of cool. It's I want to make sure there's nothing weird going on in the pages, but the art's interesting. So anyway, got that. So yeah, those are pretty cool little finds right there. Just happened to know a guy who had some comics, didn't know what to do with, tried to get rid of them, and so there they are. So you just never know when these things will kind of just fall in your lap. So let people know you're in the books, man. You never know who's got something just laying around in the attic or just laying around in the garage. And sometimes they're just willing to get rid of it because they don't know what to do with it. Of course, if they're trying to give you something that's like super valuable, maybe you should give them a couple bucks. I don't know. Who knows? So this is a part 2 of the Walking Dead thing that I just showed you a minute ago. We'll do this. Will cause a mic check right here. Let me do it away from the mic so I don't destroy you guys. Yep. This is the Quotable Negan. So I think this came as like a 2-pack with the Walking Dead Typhoon book, I believe. So you guys know I'm in The Walking Dead. I like Negan a whole lot. So it's just a bunch of different quotes that he would say in this like quote book. You know what I mean? Some people have Zen sayings and you know, peaceful moments and things like that sitting on their coffee table. Not at our house. Not at our house. That's gonna be cool. Yeah, there's a lot of they tally up all the F-bombs as well in here. It looks like there's 792. I don't know if it's in this book or in the series in general. And then they break down all the variations of the F word. That's funny. Yep, gonna have fun with that. All right, and then the last one I'll show. I mentioned on a video that I did a little while ago that I'm kind of in the mindset right now that if I really, really, really love a series, maybe I should get like the #1 slabbed. You know, like why not? Why? I don't mind slab books, even if they're modern. So I thought, well, why don't I get one of my favorite books of last year, favorite series of last year, try to find a good deal on it, get a slab for it, and, you know, if I don't want it, I could always sell it later. So I went ahead and did that. Let's make sure it's the right one before I show it off over here. So I went on eBay, and I already see a problem with it, so that really sucks. I went on eBay, and I found a Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow 9.8. Super cheap. These things, you know, it's practically cover price plus the cost of shipping and getting it graded. So I didn't, you know, whatever. But I could already see there's a gap right here. There's like a little bit of a give. I don't know if I can get in the right angle. On this side, you can already feel like a little bit of a thing. So that's kind of weird. So he probably took like a 6.0 copy of his Supergirl and threw it in some kind of 9.8 slab. I don't know. No, the label's cool. Don't see any issues really anywhere. So yeah, Supergirl 9.8, one of my favorite books of last year. It just ended recently. So if you guys haven't checked it out, go ahead and do so. I'm going to jump to the chat real quick. The foil, I know. Yeah, like the AF-15, not worth anything. Yep. What's up, Steve? Good. Thanks for coming in, dude. Thanks for coming in, Team Nerd Herd. Check those guys out. Lots of guys from the Peace Army Bad Batch have been on there lately. Cool show. Cool show. I like that a lot. Thanks for showing up. Everyone's showing some love. Let's do a cough check. Cough check. All right, let's get into what we're doing today. We're checking out March books. I don't know how many guys have actually looked at them yet and seen what's coming. We're over at League of Comic Geeks. Let me can I do this? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay. So League of Comic Geeks, what is this? This is a cool little website you can use to track all the books that are coming out. A lot of us in the community are using it. I have a channel. I have a video on my channel that goes over how to use this and how to sync it up with your comic book shop. My shop, Cadets Toys and Comics, they actually sync up with League of Comic Geeks right now. And so I can go in here, create an account, set up my pull list. They go through here every FOC, final order cutoff, and they pull the books. And then when they come in, they just know who it goes to because it sorts all that out for them on the back end. So this is what we use. This is what I use. This is what a lot of folks use. So if your shop doesn't use it, maybe they should just, you know, test this out with you or whatever. And I think it's a pretty cool resource. There's some alternatives out there, but this one seems to be the most user-friendly. It has its flaws. You know, as of right now, it's like so many things are late and so many things are posted on the wrong day, things like that. But you know, it'll get better. Okay, so what do we got in here? Fable, what's going on, brother? Thanks for coming in. Man, you missed the unboxings. Go back. Go check out the unboxings I just did. Half of those are blame you for sure. I heard someone say Circumstance in here. Where is he at? There he is. Station dude. Thanks for coming in. Cool guy. Check him out. Give him a sub if you haven't. Awesome guy. I like his reviews, his poll videos and stuff because he puts all the graphics up, all the people and the names and all the issues and stuff like that. Like that takes so much time. People don't even know. And then I saw someone named Bobby as well. Where's Bobby at? There he is. What's up, Bobby? Thanks for coming in, station dude. All right. Okay, so once you're in here, there are a couple different panels on the left side. We're going to go to new comics, and we're going to make sure we are on March. So we have March 2nd. There's a little calendar up here. So let's take a look and see what's coming out. So we know new Batman's coming soon with Chip Zdarsky and Jorge Armendez. That's 125. So we have a few issues to go. If you like this run, you're going to get what, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So you get 4 more issues of Williamson. ASM, I just jumped on this recently. So we're gonna keep going through to Zeb Wells, and we're gonna see what's going on. There's a big Z right there, a little foreshadowing, perhaps. I don't know. Let's see, Moon Knight. I've been picking up Moon Knight lately. It's been growing on me. The last issue was kind of like a side issue, I think, because of Crimson Reign. And I think we're getting some Crimson Reign love with Moon Knight here soon too. X-Men number 9. Those issues are kind of hit and miss for me. Some of them are more related to like the story, and some are like Power Ranger episodes. I feel like they're just kind of hitting the battles, but then they have this like context in the background that helps out build some of the characters, which I think is pretty cool. So I am liking that. Dark Knights of Steel, I'm stacking those Middleton covers. Fantastic Four. I should be picking those up. I got Life Story. So, you know, I'm reading some Fantastic Four. We got She-Hulk, Woman Without Fear. I swore I had one of these. I'm going to go ahead and mark it because I like that series. Crossover's ending pretty soon. Noctera just picked back up. Now we're getting to like the every book is a spec book kind of territory. We have all these different Star Wars books coming out. Nice House on the Lake. That's coming back. That'll be pretty fun. X-Men, Devil's Reign. Are you guys picking up the tie-ins for these Devil's Reign books? There's a bunch of them. I'm getting the Moon Knight one. I should be getting the Moon Knight one because I like that. But who's reading the X-Men? Has anyone been reading the X-Men one? Let's see. Black Panther. Lots of spec on issue number 3. Strange number 1. Maybe. Jed McKay, right? Maybe. I kind of like that cover, though. It's pretty cool. Justice League. Batman. Killing Time number 1. I think I got the variants. Yeah, I think I went with the, was it the new NGU? I don't know. The new variant. Because I feel like that's going to be a connecting cover. It looks like it'll be a connecting cover. So I'm taking a chance on that one that it is a connecting cover. It's this one right here. It almost, you know what I mean? Like there's so many elements that are going outside of the edges here that I feel like that would be kind of cool. I don't see anything else. I don't see the other two sides bleeding in anything. And I'm so bad at like predicting these things. So that's not a spec whatsoever. But yeah. If you're in League of Comic Geeks, pro tip on the browser, open a new tab when you're going into each comic, because if you don't and you hit the back button, you'll lose your dates unless it's the next date coming. So open a new tab. Pro tip. Okay. So Killing Time, another Devil's Reign tie-in. I'm not too sure about that one. Newburn number 4. You know what? I know a lot of people like the first volume 1, 2, and 3, but I liked it, but I didn't like it enough. I don't think so. I'm gonna wait on that and see what other people think. Miles Morales. There's a lot of Miles What If things coming. I think I saw at least 2 headed our way. What else is coming out? Walking Dead Deluxe. I remember in the beginning I told myself I'm gonna get all the Walking Dead Deluxes, but I have so many of the single issues, and then I have all the hardcovers except for issue 6, volume 16, which is the last volume. And then I have like the Here's Negans and everything else. And I'm like, I don't have the room to collect this whole thing again. What I should have did, well, maybe not. It would have been interesting to collect it up until the point where I started collecting it originally, which is in the low hundreds. And then I would have had the whole run in single issue. But that's a lot of space, man. Like 190, 180, 190 something issues in one of just one run. That's crazy. Don't pick up the tie-ins. Had to make, yeah. So yeah, exactly. Space is limited. Money's limited. Time is limited. You have to just kind of pick and choose what you want. So John did Love Devil's Reign and tie-ins this week. Yeah. So John did a cool video a little while ago. And perhaps it's an ongoing, and maybe I just picked it up for the first time, but it was like a digital or physical show, right? It's like, do I want to get this in physical or do I want to just read this in digital? And he really kind of helped me push to clear out the stash, to clear out the poll. And so that was a different way to interpret it. That was a different way to like think about this whole thing. So I appreciated that video, John. Thanks, bud. Extremely, yeah, I love this site. It's one of the best ones out there. Just the way it interacts, the way it views everything, it's pretty cool. Anyway, Arkham City Order of the New World. I think this one's ending soon. Let's get a yeah, finale. Yep. Cool run, Damn Water. It's like one of the only Damn Water books that I actually read and understand. Because I'm too stupid to understand that one. I'm way too stupid to understand most Damn Water stuff. I read Coffin Bound, and like, I don't know, I just wasn't grasping it enough. And then I was reading Homesick Pilots, and I just wasn't grasping it. I'm like, is it me? The answer is yeah. The answer is yes, it is me. Thing, let's see, Rogue Sun. I think I had this one. I took it off just because I'm kind of out of that universe. And that universe, by that universe, I mean like Radiant Black, Radiant Red. What was the one that just came out? Supermassive, something like that. So I'm kind of avoiding this universe right now. Maybe it's a bad idea. I don't know. I'll wait for you guys to throw some reviews out there, some initial thoughts, and maybe I can go back and pick it up if it's spectacular, right? All right, what else we got? Monkey Prince. I know you guys are all picking up that one. Adventure Man number 8. We have Magic Order Volume 2, Issue 5. Pretty cool series. It's trade read though. I would trade read it. I would trade read Magic Order. It's worth it for sure. If you haven't read it, I would say read it. But the single issues are kind of, it's hard to track things in single issue. So that's good. That's what's going on there. What's happening? I love doing these Sunday morning shows before I really talk to anybody because my voice starts going super quick. Yeah, lovingly caress that like button. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah. I mean, like it if you like it, you know, for the algorithm, right? Actual Dracula. Good morning, brother. It's early, man. How you doing? Thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for coming in. I saw a couple comments in here. I found that I accept that I'm an idiot, but that I know how to sound. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's our trick. That's our trick. You're very quick to compliment me and my deliveries and things like that. I appreciate that, but a lot of that is me just kind of thinking on the spot and just trying to sound intelligent to grown-ups. Sound like a grown-up, you know? Yeah, very flowery and put just you don't have to necessarily do that. Yeah, it's fun to do that. It's fun to think on your spot. It almost comes to be like a rap battle at that point. You know, it's like, what can I think of on the spot to sound really interesting about this? But there's ways of doing it. There's ways of just kind of speaking from the heart. And if you're speaking from the heart, you're good to go. All right, let's keep going. Last book I ever read. The last book I read from this one was, I think, issue 3. I'm not really into that one. Let's see. Radio Spaceman. I had it and I took it off because that art is just cool. It's like that old Hellboy art. If I'm passing things you guys are really excited about and I'm not talking about it, let me know, because if it's totally possible that it's just not on my radar and it should be on my radar. So this is a good chance for everyone to kind of speak up and talk about what they're really excited for, especially as I'm passing through these things. Follow Me in the Darkness. I know some folks were liking that one. Is this like a, let me see something. This is okay, yeah, the sequel to the series. Okay. Gotcha. I was like, is this a second print or something? Oh, it's Follow Me. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right, let's keep going. You know, as you go down, the publishers get a little more obscure. And so the polls are a little bit lighter towards the bottom end of this thing. They usually start with the more popular artists or popular publishers up top, and then it kind of filters on down. But again, if you see something that I should be excited about, go ahead and bring it up. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of punch through this a little bit. Chop, thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming in, dude. We appreciate you. Thanks for all your support, man. You're one of the best. All right. Let's see. Walk. Okay. I think that's probably it for the first week in March. I see some people shouting out Bearded. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? I see your name in there. There you are. What's up, friends? Good talking to you the other night, man. It's rare that you and I get to like hop on the same thing. I think it's like our second or third time together, but it's been a while. So it's good to interact with you, dude. You did a great job on Robbie's show the other night. All the guys did. All right, going into the week of the 9th. We're going to see what's going on there. Okay, So again, ASM, I'm picking that up now. Thor's been pretty interesting lately. We had our like Super Saiyan Ascension issue last issue. Let me know if you guys are liking the whole Mjolnir thing, like maybe not the idea of Mjolnir kind of going rogue, but the characterization, the drawing, the representation. Did you guys like that? I don't think I've heard anybody say that they loved it, like that weird lightning female-esque silhouette. I don't know. Well, Bearded said, Nick, check out Wrong Planet. Was that was that over here? Fine. Wrong Earth. Wrong Earth. What week does that come up on? All right, we're going back. So Thor, Devil's Reign. I've been liking that run. Venom. Oof, God, man, that's such a hot seat book. I'm not a big fan of the art. I'm not a big fan of the story. Meridius is supposed to be like this big bad guy. They made him look like a clown last issue. They're kind of back off Dylan a little bit. Eddie's in there. He's like, what the heck's going on? I feel like there's something there I'm not getting. Wrong Earth. Yeah, that one. Okay. Let me mark it. Wrong Earth. Mark it to keep an eye out for it. Ahoy Comics. Chances are, I mean, FOC is already over. Chances are the shop won't get it, but on the off chance they do, I'll check it out. Thanks, man. Thanks for that. Joker, I think I got a variant. That's why it's not marked. Son of Kal-El, I dropped. It's just not going in the direction I want. When he starts turning bad, like they kind of showed us in what was it, Infinite Frontier? I'll jump back in because I think it's an interesting idea that Jonathan like gets depressed, gets bad advice, and goes bad. It might have been done before, but I haven't seen it because I haven't been reading forever. So I haven't seen it. That's an interesting premise to me, and he's just not doing that right now. So I just don't care about it. Spawn. I know a lot of you guys are Spawn fans. I never got into it. And it's like a slippery slope. There's so many titles out there in so little time. Yeah, here's that Moon Knight, Devil's Reign #1. I'm excited for that one. Punisher, I got the variant cover. That's why it's not marked. I know a lot of you guys are liking Batgirls. I like the art. It's a little, I think the dialogue and the story is a little bit too popish, maybe. And I've only read one issue, so I'm not really a great critique of the series in general, but it read in a way that it didn't really do it for me. So, and again, there's only so much time, there's only so much money, there's only so much space, so I couldn't quite do that. All right, Strange Academy, I know it's wrapping up soon. That's a cool cover. I like that. Like, I like that image, you know. Voodoo's just kind of sitting there, there's empty desks everywhere. He's a little bit depressed. I kind of like that imagery. So that's pretty cool. I want to like Eternals. I wish this was really cool. I want to know, you Eternal fans, I want to know if you guys are digging that or not. I'm not sure. X Death, X Lives. I'm liking X Deaths because I don't know enough to like X Lives. Rasputin and Omega Red. Like I don't know enough about that to care about it as much because House of X, Powers of X, and Inferno is so fresh in my mind that X Deaths is a little bit more relevant to me as a reader because of my history with X-Men and Wolverine in general and whoever else. So X Deaths is a little bit more interesting, but I can totally see why people like X Lives too. Sabretooth, interesting #1. Gonna keep going with it. I want to be more knowledgeable in the X world, so I want to be more knowledgeable about this character as well because he seems interesting. He seems like he's doing some weird things in the basement of Krakoa. So we'll see what that turns out to be. We're gonna go. Yeah. So yeah, coming out the same way. Yeah, well, they've been like alternating weeks, so that's a good point. That is a good point. I'm still writing Eternals. One collection down. Fable's got an Instagram. That's a bit. What was the description? Great monthly comic book reviews. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. Thanks. Honestly, you should probably check out the trade first. They have 3 volumes out. The idea of the story is Frank Miller style superhero switches worlds with Batman 66 style superhero. That is interesting. So, Wrong Earth is already got a few trades, right? Is that what you're saying? Crazy. Shadow Warzone is a pretty cool X-Men homage. Okay. We're going to be heading on. Let's see. I Am Batman. I know Bearded brought that one up, I believe, as one of his favorites. So that's pretty cool. Not a lot of people are talking about it, so I'm glad it's hitting with some people. Crimson Reign, I got number 1, dropped off of it. Again, it's probably full of spec and everything else, but it's okay. It's okay. You can't get everything. Gwenverse, I think I'm jumping in just for a number 1 to see what it's about. Again, I don't know anything about the character, so I want to just kind of jump in there and see what's going on. Superior 4, I read issue number 1, didn't quite do it. It's more connected to Devil's Reign than I thought it was going to be. Like there's some moments in Devil's Reign, the main book, where Superior 4 is brought up. And so you might want to be a little bit knowledgeable about this and what their plans are and who they are, where they came from, what their motivations are. Maybe we need to know that to make Devil's Reign as impactful as it needs to be. Not quite sure. Something you didn't know what the hell was going on in the Eternals, but it was like, yeah, I mean, the art is really cool. There was one cover, right, with like Thanos approaching some throne with some dude standing on it. I don't know anything about it, but I think the art's great. I like that style of art. I don't know. I Am Batman is fighting a strike for sure. Good. That is a big regret. It's one of the best. It's one of my favorite books out right now, King of Spies, but it's an indie. And we've had this conversation before. It's like some of the indie books can be the best books out there, but like a lot of people are passing them up because there's just so much other stuff out there. And it's hard to like predict which indie is going to be good. So people would rather take chances on like X-Men or a Batman book or something like that because they know the subject matter at least. And you know kind of what you're getting. And so people pass up on indies all the time. A lot of us read them, but yeah. Previous comment was for May or pre-orders. Okay. I'm loving Hulk. I'm loving Hulk for sure. I passed on Hulk actually, and the reviews haven't sold. Really? Here's a review for you. It's fun. It's a fun book. That's all you need to know. Turn your brain off. Enjoy the artwork. Enjoy the complexity that Donnie is putting on it right now. And it might be a stupid complexity, but it's at least something that we haven't necessarily seen before. And I feel like it's going to evolve over time. I don't know how many issues he's writing, but we're 4 issues in, and it's been fun so far. It's weirdly entertaining, like Eternals. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. King of Spies is great. Let's keep on keeping on, Big Herm. All right. Captain Carter. I got it because it was number 1. Captain Carter. I think it's her first appearance in comics, right? Because she was in What If. So I'm getting that one. Again, we talked about King of Spies, one of the best books, one of the best indie books out right now. Little Monsters, Jeff Lemire, if you couldn't tell. And so, yeah, I can't wait for this one. That's going to be fun. My shop has a poster up on the wall. Elektra, let's see. Nubia, Sweet Paprika, all you Sweet Paprika fans out there. Let's see. Good Asian, Radiant Red. Okay, so I think Fable, you and I were talking before. Radiant Red's coming out in March. Han Solo, Chewbacca number 1. Maybe we'll flip through it, see what's going on. I want a Star Wars book. I've dabbled in some ones, but none of them really hooked me. I think the last ones I read all the way through were Poe Dameron and Han Solo, and that was what, like 2018, something like that. I'm not sure. They were fun. Let's see. Again, as we get down, dropped Ordinary Gods. Let's see. Woman of Marvel number 1. That'll be a hot seat book. Just kind of checking it out when it comes out. Stillwater, The Escape number 1. What is this? The Answers You Demanded from Chip Zdarsky. Look at that. What is this book? What is The Escape? Is this a one-shot? What's going on here? So let's look into this some more. It looks like a one-shot. Groundbreaking extra length special. Okay. What's going on here? Does anybody know what this is? Is this like an origin story? Is this like a rogue couple or something like that? Stillwater, I sound like a broken record, but if you haven't heard it before, Stillwater is a series that I wish I stayed with. I think I got about the first 5 issues, and for some reason, I think one didn't show up one month, and then the next month, maybe it didn't show up or something like that. And then all of a sudden I'm 3-4 issues behind. And that's that whole thing. You know what I mean? Fargate, what's up? Thanks for coming in, dude. We're just looking over the next month's books. Thanks for stopping in. Let us know what you're looking forward to in the month of March, and tell me what the heck this Stillwater the Escape is. I'm just gonna give you tasks as soon as you have there's no expectation for you to do that. But somebody tell me what the heck's going on with that book. Did we just jump in here? Where are we? Stillwater. There we are. Norse Mythology, Volume 3, Issue number 2. I have Volume 1. I don't hear anybody talking about this book either. This Neil Gaiman book. Is anyone reading Norse Mythology? Because I got number 1. I think the art's pretty cool. I haven't read it yet. One I'm interested in is Red Room Trigger Warnings number 1. Ed Piscor is coming out. That's going to be cool. I can't wait for that one. Let's see. Apache. My shop orders these. I don't read them. Maybe I need to read them. Daisy was an interesting concept. I think it was just too much in the first issue. Too confusing in the first issue. Really turned me off. New Masters number 2. That should be fun. That's a cool book if you haven't been reading it. Well, number 1's out. It's real quick to get back into number 2. You can get caught up pretty easily. Hit Me seems interesting. Might look out for that one. Tales in Technicolor Season 2, Issue 1. First issue was really cool. Anthology book. Small, short stories. All of them could have been blown out into like, full runs or like 6-issue, 12-issue runs, I thought. Really, really interesting. It's just like a bunch of horror pitches. And the first issue was really cool. Volume 1, Issue 1. Primos was fun. I think, Beardy, you brought this one up too. I'm glad you did because not a lot of people talk about it. The Primos was fun. Issue 1. We'll see what Issue 2 looks like. It had like a little like YA feel to it. All right, question for you guys. What is this? We Live, Age of Paladin, whatever. Number 1, black cover, white cover. Is this the same book? Just 2 different covers? Like you get to choose which one you like better. If that's the case, why aren't they just variants? I don't know why they're listed differently here. Or are we going to get 2 different like stories? One with like these, like the black suits and the white suits. I don't know what's going on there. If you guys know, let me know. What is I refuse to read the same comic book, read comic books with the same names as textbooks. School held me captive for 18 years. I'll be damned if I'm going to read textbooks, sounding comic books. No kidding. Hold that stance, man. Hold it. Apache the delivery service is pretty good. Quick read. Same writer as Berserker. Keanu Reeves is written now. Mac Kent, right? Are 2 separate books. Well, what the hell, man? 2 separate books. Are they by the same creative team, right? Well, everybody gets sick while I bounce back and forth. Okay. 2 separate books. Great. So that'll be a $10 thing. Let me go ahead and mark it. I'll flip through it, see what's going on there. Thanks for that, man. 2 separate number 1 issues. The story continues for both in issue 2. Got it. Thanks, man. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to keep going. Let's see here. Panthea number 2. I think Mystery Mail Call had a number 1 in there for one of their exclusives. Pretty cool. All Guts No Glory number 2. I didn't see a lot of people reading number 1. I think it's a 3-issue run. It was one of my. It was a sleeper hit for me when issue 1 came out. So I'll be definitely getting issue 2 and 3. It was just fun. It's like these 2 guys in the back here. They are the cleanup crew for like this zombie monster kill squad. And so Fargate, this is League of Comic Geeks. leagueofcomicgeeks.com. I have a video if you want to get oriented on how to use the site and how to like sync up with your comic book store. But they do poll lists and everything else. It's pretty fun. So these 2 guys are like the cleanup squad of a monster hit squad. And so, you can imagine the real loud, obnoxious, whatever, stereotypical squad would come in, 4, 5, 6 people, wipe out all the zombies, have a great time, smoking cigars while they're doing it. And then like they walk out and like the 2 janitors come in and there's just brains and guts and bones and everything all over the place. And they got their mops and their buckets. And one of them's kind of like, shut up and do your job. The other one's real young and it's like an entry level position for him for whatever reason. And all hell kind of breaks loose when they find this girl who was a vampire who the kill squad did not see. She was hiding and she was a newly transformed vampire. So she's like innocent yet guilty at the same time. Kind of like a Moon Knight thing that we had in Moon Knight recently. It's like, it's not my fault I'm a vampire. They kidnapped me and turned me without my permission. Now you want to kill me because I'm a vampire? That's not fair. Same kind of a thing. So that's a cool book. It was fun. It was a fun book. All right. That's used to use it. Yeah, this is great. Wish my LCS would sync with League Comic Geeks. That would be dope for sure. Tell them, ask them to do it. So what you can do is just ask them to get on here and do it. I don't know if it costs them anything. And then they can like beta test it with you. You know, like you could be their first one to try it out. You can put all your stuff on there, see if they like it. What do they use now? Do you know what kind of methodology they use? Because some use like sticky notes and some use spreadsheets and some have paid services or plugins for Shopify or something like that. They have all different ways of tracking the stuff at the LCS. But I mean, if you have dozens and dozens of people doing poll lists, it's like, oh man, I would not want to be in charge of keeping track of all that crap. All right, so Amazing Spider-Man, again, we're just getting that because we talked about Nightwing already. Just kind of wait. Oh, no, we didn't talk about Nightwing. Nightwing's kind of in the same boat as Sonic Hell L. I'm just waiting for it to do something else right now. I enjoyed how it started. I just didn't like the direction it was going. Let's see. Flash, Wonder Woman, Avengers. There's some spec stuff happening around there. Not entirely sure when or where or whatever, but you know, I'm sure this will hit everyone's radar at some point. Maybe not this issue, but you know, some of the, I think 53 was what, that Red Panther suit or something like that people cared about for a minute and then everybody moved on. Let's see, X Lives of Wolverine issue number 5. We got Omega Red. We got that bizarre, like Wolverine in the back, the Phalanx Wolverine in the back. That looks like a connecting cover too. So we'll see what's going on. Catwoman. Well, you know, we got to check out the covers. Got the Frizzen covers. Okay, cool. Yep, that'll be good. I'm liking that one. It's not too bad. Not too bad. A lot of shops I've spoken with about don't like the idea of someone else having all their customer data because they know paranoia and whatnot. I mean, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in a world where like Facebook exists, people are worried about personal data being out there. Like we voluntarily give out everything about us constantly. It's like poll lists are the top priority. Probably not. Let's see, like that 10-year challenge that came out recently. It's like, oh, if you know, do a 10-year challenge. It's like, come on, that was definitely a facial recognition update propaganda thing, right? No. Where's the Teen Dog shades? Where's the shades at? This isn't a shade show. Batman the Knight. Yeah, I don't know if I want. I don't think I want a 10-issue series about this story right now. We know what happens with Bruce Wayne. Yeah, and the data's super valuable. Yeah, exactly. It's like they use it for advertising, right? How many times have you talked about something in your own house privately off of when you're not online or something like that, and then all of a sudden you start getting ads for it on the side panels, and your whatever would start advertising to you that exact same product or a product just like it. It's like, come on. I wish they would predict what I want on my poll list. That's what I wish. I wish they would pull all the key books that week. If you want to tap in and use my personal data against me, do it on this so I can make a buck off of it or something. Wait, I'll lie. My online poll list get hacked. Oh yeah, well, yeah. Don't mess around with our poll lists, man. We craft these things months in advance at times. All right, Bounty Hunters, Robins number 5. What's first place from here? Cool little story. I think some people dropped off around issue 2, issue 3. Wasn't really something they were looking into or interested in. I think it's been pretty interesting, so I'm going to keep going with it. Silver Coin, I'm 2 issues behind now, so I got to get caught up on that. Carnage, what is this? The Ron V one, right? So Ron V's writing this. Lots of covers. Carnage Forever came out last week. this past week. It was okay. It was an issue 0. Just kind of like, where's Carnage now? What is he up to? What can we expect? Although it wasn't written by Rom, I don't believe. So it's kind of odd. Superman, Batman, World's Finest #1. Just tapping in real quick just to see what's happening there. See if I'm going to like it. Who's writing this one? Mark Waid. Lots of variant covers, of course. Again, just tapping in, just seeing what's going on with it. It might just be like a one and done. We'll see. We'll see if it's intriguing enough. Let's see. Marvel's Savage Spider-Man, Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. A book that I have no idea what's going on, but it's interesting enough for me to keep reading it. I feel like we should have some answers by now. We might. This might be like a Dan Waters thing with me. Maybe we have all the answers. I'm just too stupid to realize it. Here's that cover I was talking about with Thanos like staring at some throne. These covers are awesome. Whew. Covers are awesome. Basilisk, I dropped that one before. Time Before Time. X-Men. I don't know what I'm doing with these X-Men books. I'm just going to pick them up and see which ones I like the best. So Unlimited Latitude #1. That's a lot of words. Who knows what that means? Fantastic Four Reckoning War Trial of the Watcher issue #1. I liked Reckoning War #1. So we're going to keep going. It had like that old vibe to me. It was telling a story. It feels like of something that happened and all the old school readers already know what's going on. And I don't. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to read that to kind of get caught up a little bit. I felt that way with Fantastic Four Life Story. It's like, give me a watered down version of what happened so I can like understand a little bit about the history of all these different people. So I feel like this might be the same way. You long-term FF fans, is this like a story that we know of, this Reckoning War? If you guys read that, is that like an old school thing or is this something we're learning now? Is this like a new thing? Calling Tinian for him to add this topic for Department of Truth. Yeah, no kidding. When's the collected? No, I leave that to the professionals, man. When's the collected edition portion? I leave that to professionals. So Righteous Thirst for Vengeance is basically Nick's Eternals. No idea what's going on, but it's worth it. Yeah, you called me on that one. Yeah. Homesick Pilots, I'm too stupid to understand it. Rain #3, interesting. The first issue, like, we had no idea where it was going. Second issue kind of explains it a little bit. But the whole time I'm like, just wait. Don't go anywhere. It's dangerous out there. What are you doing? Oh, I got to go tell people what happened. It's like, no, you don't. You'll probably die on the way there, and then you'll be dead. So I don't know. A little bit like, why are we doing this? I don't know. Let's see. Refrigerator, I dropped. It just wasn't as good as the first volume to me. Art-wise, story-wise. So I think the first volume was pretty cool for what it was, but like the second one, I'm just like, I don't know. It's more of the same and just not hitting all those same beats for me. Let's see. Transformer, Oswald's Body. Interesting premise. Like, it's like a Suicide Squad trying to find a replacement for Oswald. I didn't follow through with it a whole lot. I think I read up to like issue 3. Let's see. Dead Box, Blue Flame, Cloaked. Some people are digging Cloaked. I thought the art was at least interesting for sure. I flipped through it. I just didn't pull the trigger on it. Slumber #1. Getting that one because the premise seemed pretty interesting. Crimson Cage #4. I have 1. My shop has 2 and 3. Maybe I should pick that up and get caught up. It's 5 issues. John Lee's. People have been liking that one. Let's see what else we got. Sleeping Beauties, Byline by Bloods. Let's keep going. Heavy Metal Drummer #2. I think Robbie loved that book. It wasn't, I think we had a couple copies at my shop and they were gone before I knew it was a thing. So missed out on that one. Life Zero #2 was a pretty interesting little book. It's kind of like a Walking Dead meets like a Strike Force kind of a thing. So I think I'm getting a variant copy of that one as well. Let's keep on going here. Let's see. Kind of reaching the bottom right here. Let me check the chat real quick. Reckoning War, I think, is a new thing. Yeah, you never know, man. I mean, like, if you haven't been reading and then all of a sudden you see these like classic characters that are not really around, like the Watcher, and they're talking about some big threat they had to like take care of way back in the day. It feels like a story that might be known to some degree already, and they might just be recapping it for new audiences. So you just never know with these kinds of things. So I'm glad I'm glad that it might be a new thing for everybody. Got to head out. Fan got shop visit on the agenda. See ya. All right, dude. We'll see you later, man. Thanks for coming in. Aftershock. Go get him, man. That's how I feel about vinyl. Yeah, I sold my vinyl a lot, actually. I had like 1 through 6. You're not stupid. Homesick Pal is just a wacky story. This is a whack story. Well, thank you for that. I need that kind of like, if you were just here all the time to kind of give me that kind of that kind of support whenever I'm reading a book and going, what the hell? What is happening in this book? Like, no, you're not stupid, Nick. And you can just kind of like relax me. That'd be great, man. Lee's quickly becoming my fave. Yeah. Ghost Rider number 1. All I'll say is it's a issue 0. It wasn't bad. It was just an issue 0. And I think you might understand that after you read it. Yep. All right, let's keep going. How many? All right, League. Let me click on the thing. Okay, we got 2 more weeks to go. We have Saga number 57. Loving that book. Amazing Spider-Man 93. Is this the... No, not yet. I got that Gleason. If you guys are those Gleason fans, 93 is a Gleason. So pretty cool one, too. It's got like a little spider down here. It's got all this craziness going on. So I like that one. So 93 Gleason. That's all I'm saying. All right, Robin 12. I dropped it after they left the tournament, which I think was like 2 issues ago, maybe. Some people are liking that one still. Department of Truth. Guys, I'm almost done with Department of Truth. Just about done with it. It depends how heavy this week is, because I just feel like I'm just reading it for the complexity of it, and I just don't understand how it all fits together. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. X Deaths again coming out. That'll be cool. Looks like that's the second part of the connecting cover. We saw the other one with Omega Red over here. Obviously, you see like his tentacles everywhere, or his whatever they're called, all over the place. Oblivion Song. I think this is the last one. Is anyone still reading this book? Yeah, series finale. Is anyone still reading Oblivion Song? No issue. Zeros. They know. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you there. Can't wait for the newer run of ASM. I had to drop the series. I never picked it up. And then I started reading after Queen Goblin showed up. I started reading it right then because I feel like I wanted to kind of lead into the new run a little bit. I didn't want to go in super cold, I guess. I don't know. Plus, I feel like if I'm going to be like a source of reviews for comic books, I feel like ASM might be a book I just need to read, because I'm at the shop all the time. I don't officially work there or anything, but I'm just there all the time. And when I go in there and people are asking like, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? It's a book that always comes up all the time. Hey, what about Spider-Man? Because people love Spider-Man. And I hated being the guy that like was supposed to be the comic book guy and going like, well, I'm not reading it. It's like, how can you not be reading Spider-Man? So like I'm battling a few different things with that. And I haven't disliked it, but I've only read 3 issues so far. So Robin is about to fix a Tom King mistake. Interesting. I don't know what the mistake is that you're referring to. I don't know what it is. What's the mistake? Diggin Gleason's read it on ASM. Hope you get a chance to write a B Spidey title. Alfred is alive. That was really funny because what was it? Chip, he put in his note. He's like, oh, I can't wait for Jorge Armendez to answer these questions. Where's Alfred been? Why a bat? I think it was pretty funny. All right, let's keep going. Oblivion Song. Who's reading it? Who's not? Is anyone reading that book? I don't know. Okay, Harley Quinn. Human Target number 6. I love the series. Human Target's been fun. One Dark Night. That was a fun book as well. I'm glad number 2 is coming out, especially with that jock art. Holy cow. It was really, really cool. All right, Teen Titans Academy number 13. I think that one's ending pretty soon based on some news. Gunslinger. I know you guys are loving Spawn. I'm happy for you. X-Men number 3 about Devil's Reign. Ben Reilly. I don't know what's up with that art, that cover art. Anyway, Shang-Chi number 10. Deep Target Aquaman. Not Aquaman. Aquaman. Rogues number 1. Premise seems pretty fun. I like the cover. I'll jump in there anytime we show. I'm like I say anytime, but when we're showcasing people that I don't really know a whole lot about, I tend to give it a chance, and see what it's about, just so I can be more knowledgeable about certain things. Iron Fist number 2. I liked Iron Fist number 1. I don't know why I don't have it clicked. Maybe I have a variant. I'm not sure. Lethal Protector. Who's doing that? All right. No idea. Okay, so we already got a Venom book. We were getting a Carnage book. I don't know if I need a Lethal Protector book. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong down below. Let's see. Did we? Yeah, that's a big thing, right? I mean, like, I feel people don't. I mean, I think Tom King has a lot of tropes. That's what I'm hearing anyway. He does a lot of like repeatable concepts in some of his runs. He introduces things in the beginning. He pays them off over time. He switches things around sometimes at the end and introduces new concepts quickly. And I don't know. And then Alfred. I mean, like, who wants to be the writer on the series and the editors are like, hey, guess what? You got to kill Alfred. It's like, why? Why do I got to do that? I'm going to be hated, right? If Tynan was writing it or Scott Snyder or somebody was writing it and then they were like, hey, by the way, Alfred's got to die. It's like, really? Great. I'm not going to get hate for that. And what, was it? I don't remember the source of that information either. Like, was it editorial that said that? Everyone says that, but I've never looked for it. But has Tom King come out and said, that wasn't my idea? And editorial's like, that was me. That's what I'm looking for. Trial of the Amazons, Wonder Girl number 1. Connecting cover, Yara Flora. A lot of Yara Flora fans out there. A lot of them are disappointed that she's going away. I'm disappointed. So I'm getting this one, connecting cover, just to kind of get that like little send-off, maybe a hint to where that character is going. I think she was interesting. And so, yeah, we want to see more DC characters. We just don't want to get a whole bunch of Batmans. Maybe you do. We have Demons. So it came out, this was a Comixology exclusive first, I believe, right? From Snyder. And so we're getting it in physical form, which I like, because I have the hope that a lot of these like Substack books and Comixology books exclusives will hit physical form at some point. So they just need to figure out who's going to print it and distribute it. And so this kind of keeps me, it gives me hope that we're going to keep seeing this kind of practice going forward. Bolero number 3, hearing good things about that series, just haven't been picking it up. Fourth Man number 3, fun read. I think it's going to be I think it would be a cool movie for sure. A cool like show or movie. Interesting concept. Fun book. I don't think we're going to be talking about it in a year. But I think it's just fun while you're reading it. So it's just kind of like a read once and then do whatever you want to do with it kind of a situation, maybe. Ghost Cage number 1, new Image book. Try it out. See what's going on. We Don't Kill Spiders. I liked the first couple issues, and I think my shop was just having some issues getting it, I think. I'm not entirely sure. So I just dropped it. All right. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, Cowboy Bebop. Some heartbroken folks about Cowboy Bebop being canceled. I love Batman Shocker, but I don't even think I think the character is oversaturated. Yeah. We all heard those stats about December and January, how, in the top like 50, DC had like 11 books in the top 50, and 7 of those or something like that were Batman related. They have so many characters they can explore. They're just a little afraid to, because of the numbers. Let's see. Panthea. What else is coming out? What are you guys looking at this the week of the 23rd? Pentagram of Horror number 1. What's going on there? I don't know. All right, we're going to keep going. Impossible Jones. I started that. I just couldn't keep up with it, I don't think. And I think that's it for this week here. Not a whole lot of books that week, which is interesting. Tom King did confirm in an interview that it wasn't his idea. Okay. Yeah. It's a lot. I mean, it's a shame he gets wrapped up in all that. Just watched Cowboy Bebop last night. I missed it. Yeah. Did you watch the old animated show? Like the what was it? It wasn't like Adult Swim. It was something else. Some kind of show. I think it was on Cartoon Network. It had that little robot guy in the spaceship, and he would show like Dragon Ball Z and like Ronin Warriors. And this is probably in the early 2000s, like 2020, 2021, 22, 99. What was that? What was that whole show on Cartoon Network with that little robot host? And I think Cowboy Bebop may have been. Maybe I'm misremembering that. Then Tom King needs to grow a pair. Wow. Toonami. That's what it was. That was so fun. That was like back in the day, like 97, 98, 99. That's what I was like all about, like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. And I think that was all part of that whole thing. That was pretty cool. All right, Hulk number 5. I know we haven't talked about Hulk yet. Hulk's a interesting run. We mentioned it before. To turn your brain off, enjoy the art, enjoy whatever Donnie's doing with it. And if you don't, then don't. That's fine. But I feel like it's getting a bad rap. I think I hear more people enjoying it more now. But I heard a lot of hate for it too, and I totally understand it. It's not like I don't get the hate. I just read books to have fun with them, and I try not to get disappointed, even though I'm probably a hypocrite when it comes to that from time to time, for sure, because I'm human. But yeah, just read. It's fun. It's fun. Dark Ages. I missed a couple issues. I wish I didn't, but I did. So maybe I can get those some other way. Fantastic Four. Let's see. Something is Killing the Children. Have you guys heard of this? What is this? So I got. There's a lot of cool covers coming out. Thank God this is coming back out. House of Slaughter didn't scratch the itch for me. Couldn't deal with it. They have some interesting ones coming out. Some interesting covers. They have this die cut Bloody, and they have a die cut. Where is it? I think they had another die cut where it's not. I mean, it's all just just kind of gimmicky stuff. But obviously, there's going to be a lot of covers for this one, so pay attention to that. I like the store exclusive. It's like a magazine almost, and the trade dress I think is clearly the better one. A lot of cool covers. It's like 6161's awesome. A lot of interesting covers for this. I think I'm really excited for this book to come back. It'll be fun. The Capcan Comics exclusive is pretty funny. I like that one a lot. Ashcan promo variant. Yeah. So I rejoice. It's coming back. Indeed. It's the get off my lawn guys that hate Hulk. Maybe. We're all pretty protective of our characters and our runs. And Donnie has been labeled in a certain way that he writes books very similarly, no matter what he's on. Nick getting 10 something Killing Children prison covers. Yeah. Probably not. We'll see. Yeah, so people are protective about their characters, and I mean rightfully so. They have certain runs that hit them harder. They have certain expectations of things, and when those expectations aren't met, it leads to anxiety and conflict, right? So people are protective. It's going to be, you just chop it up as a phase. Then Hulk had this phase, and you don't need to talk about it again, I guess, if you don't like it. So. All right, DC Vampires number 6, fun run. I like the Elseworld kind of books. It's a shame we have to have these events to kind of bring in characters we don't see very often. I kind of like, Green Arrow and Batman hanging out and doing stuff together and like doing all that kind of stuff. Some of the characters are misrepresented, I think, in those kinds of runs sometimes, but you have to kind of play with things a little bit to make the story work. And so that is what it is. I mean, like, if somebody's a vampire in the Justice League and Superman is not that person, don't you think that he would have the ability to like detect that pretty quickly? Like, can he just X-ray you and see fangs or see something wrong with your blood or something stupid like that? And so, things like that happen. And, whatever. Swamp Thing number 11. I love that cover. Glad it's coming back. Rom V. Looking forward to it. Black Widow number 15. How far is this going? What are we doing here? Part 4 of 4. I might drop right here just because I haven't been reading it anyways. but I like the character, and I hear good things about it. So I have a whole bunch of them. I think I'm just missing the first like 4 or 5, and I have the rest. Immortal X-Men #1. Gonna be picking that one up because I'm trying to get more in the X-Men game going forward. Ghost Rider #2, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what the reviews look like when that one comes out. Issue 1 was issue 0 in my opinion, so not a whole lot happens. We get basically a catch-up issue, like this is where he is, and we don't really know what the objective quite is yet. New Burn we talked about. Silver Surfer Rebirth. I'm glad you guys are liking that one. I haven't been reading it. Batman Beyond the White Knight #1. Too many Batman books. Too many Batman books. Swamp Thing Green Hell #2. A lot of people liked #1, so we're definitely picking that one up. We're gonna keep going. It's like puberty. It's just a phase, right? JT, man, it's early on a Sunday, dude. Good. I'm glad it has been. You're not the only person that's been saying that. Some folks brought it up during the monthly review show over at Pop Culture Philosophers last Thursday. People have been talking about Black Widow. I can't wait to kind of get into it. I'm looking forward to it. Been loving Black Widow. Awesome, Steve. Yeah. You're ahead of me. Eric. Grand Design, Jim Rugg. So Jim Rugg and Ed Piscor, they do a show that you might want to check out called Cartoonist Kayfabe. It's on YouTube, Cartoonist Kayfabe. And it's a great show. They put out videos all the time. And Jim Rugg goes over this. They always plug their books, Red Room and Grand Design, Hulk Grand Design. And it's a great thing. Those guys are awesome. They go through classic runs. They critique it. They talk about the art. They talk about the writing. They get writers and artists in there all the time. They have really interesting conversations. Those guys are pros. Even if you're not like a Red Room fan, or I don't know what else Jim Rugg has done, but even if you're not a fan, I think you would appreciate the conversation because it's like the behind the scenes commentary of the art styles and the writing styles, and they talk to the artists and writers. So I think it's cool if you're into the medium in general and you want to know more about the behind the scenes kinds of things and what other artists and writers think about other people's work. It's a cool show to check out. So check them out on YouTube. Cartoonist Kayfabe. Really cool thing. Magic Order we talked about. Looking forward to that. Rogue Sun #2. We talked about that universe in general. I'm a little bit hesitant to jump into that universe just yet because I fell off of Radiant Black. So I'll be looking to you guys to tell me if that's going to be good or not. Let's see. Knighted #5. Oh, that's that other book. I keep thinking Batman. I'm like, why is it a AWA book? Okay, The Rush. I think Eric's the only one reading The Rush right now, if I'm not mistaken. So Eric, you're gonna have to tell us in chat if that's any good or not. Step by Bloody Step. What a cool intro to this world. Cy Spurrier, Brandon Comics Kings, he had Cy on a couple weeks ago or a week ago. Talked about this, talked about some other stuff. So check out that video. I'm wondering, do we know if these are all going to be silent issues? Are they all silent? Or are they going to be, is there going to be some dialogue introduced in here? Brandon, did you get that out of him? What do we think? If you read Step by Bloody Step, there's no dialogue. So is there going to be any dialogue? And you don't need it for that story. That story, the way that it's drawn is brilliant, I think. It really tells the story right there. There's some moments where you wish there was something to kind of help, but it's not like Primordial. I didn't like Primordial, guys. Didn't like Primordial. It was not like Primordial where like the dialogue is so small and the visuals were so abstract and grandiose, right? I'm going to start using some Robbie words. Overly verbose. It was the opposite of that. I don't think we need we might not need it, but they didn't need it in the first one. It could have helped here and there, but we didn't need it. So is that going to be the norm going forward? Wonder Woman special. That'll be it's a $10 book. It's a $10 book of a character I'm not reading. Sensational though. We'll see. A picture of everything else. I'll believe it when I see it. Human Remains. We dropped that one after issue 1. Same with Heathens. What else we got? Harbinger. Kind of a book I wish I stayed on. Is anyone reading Harbinger? It was an interesting book. Issue 1. It was a little bit confusing. I didn't quite understand what was going on, but I think I liked the premise. I wish I would have maybe gave it an issue 2. I don't know. Harbinger number 6 coming out. It was interesting. But I was just cutting things that weren't like definites at the time. So that's why that one didn't make the cut there. All Guts, No Glory. We talked about that. Issue number 2, issue 3 apparently is coming out in the end of that same month. So that might be fun. What else we got? Edgar Allan Poe, Sniffer of Death number 6. Is that like a Christmas Story homage kind of a thing going on here? If it is, you guys know I'm a big Christmas Story fan. Happy Hill number 3. I don't remember them ever having a 1 or a 2. Now that I'm thinking about it. Touching Evil, Carrier's Planet Comics, Beyond the Farthest Star Chronicles number 50. Again, we're getting into some more obscure stuff as we go down. So that looks like that is it. Eric is the Psy guy. Indeed he is. Robbie's Pick of the Week. Pick of the Week. Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments up here. Grand Design, can't wait for... Yep. What are your thoughts on Marauders? Oh, man, I have a lot of thoughts on Marauders. I don't have any thoughts on Marauders because I haven't been reading it. Wasn't there a new number 1? Let me go back up. Was there a number 1 that was coming out? Let me sort by Marvel real quick. Where was that? Was that this week or was that... Oh, come on. Where was it? Am I missing it? Let's see. Star Wars. Oh, here it is. Marauders. Part 1. New team, new villain, new mysteries. Steve Orlando. You guys tell me. Should I be getting that book or not? If I want to be into the X-Men stuff a little bit more, should I be getting this book? I'll give you a moment since I know there's a delay in the stream. We'll just sit here silent waiting for... No. Primordial was... yeah. Underly? I was like, what? Am I stupid? Underly verbose. Is that a word? I don't know. Underly verbose. It is the opposite, right? It is the opposite of what we hear. Yeah, hearing Primordial didn't stick the landing. I don't know. They set... So to not spoil it, Primordial, they kind of set up the premise of... You know, we different countries around the world sent up different animals, monkeys, dogs, things like that in the early space race to kind of like, it's like a proof of concept. We're going to send something living up into orbit, up into space, and we're going to bring it back in theory alive, right? Because that's how you test things. You don't want to, they didn't want to send humans up first. Some tragic things happen though, but we learned kind of in this run in the first issue that like those tragic things never happened. It was a global conspiracy. Something abducted, captured those animals. And so then we learn about like where those animals are, who are the people that kind of like train the animals, their relationship with the animals. And then like, it's like this big journey of like, how do you get them back? Where are they? How do you get them back? Who's covering this all up? Why are they covering it up? Like that was the premise we were kind of promised. And then what we got was a way watered down version of the premise we were kind of given. It wasn't bad. It just there just wasn't enough there. I feel like if they just did it in a different way, they had the guts, they had the skeleton of a great story there. I just don't know if they executed it really, really well. It didn't hit me like a Maze book did, you know. Simple premise, like Decorum. Simple premise. All right, should I get Marauders? That's the question that no one's answered. Should I care about this team right here? I don't know. I don't know half of them. We're going to hit the pull button. And we're going to hope for the best. All right. So that's what I'm getting, everyone. Let's go to my poll. So this is what I'm getting the first week. Spider-Man, Arkham City, Batman Killing Time, Crossover, Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, Dark Knights of Steel, Magic Order, Moon Knight, Nice House, Noctera, Wrong Earth, Trapped on Team Planet. That was a bearded suggestion. And X-Men number 9. That's what the first week looks like. So what is that, 13? And then the second week looks like it's way heavier. So we might make some decisions when the time comes. That's too much money. All Guts, No Glory, ASM, Black Panther second print. I don't know. Why am I doing this? Get that off of there. Captain Carter number 1, Devil's Reign, Moon Knight, Ed Piscor, Punisher. I just went with that cover. New Masters, Little Monsters, King of Spies, Joker 13, Sabretooth, Tales in Techno Horror Season 2, Issue 1, Thor, Venom. These are going to be hot seat books too, just because it's like $10. This is a big week, so I don't want to be doing that. X Lives and X Deaths, so I might leave those on. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not too thrilled about Venom either, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. What's week 3 look like? ASM again. Batman, Superman, World's Finest, Carnage #1, Catwoman, Fantastic Four, Reckoning War, Life Zero, Issue 2, Rain, Righteous Thirst, Silver Coin, Slumber, Stillwater, The Escape. If you guys know what the heck's going on here, let me know what you guys think about Stillwater, The Escape. I haven't been reading it. I'm wondering if I need some backstory. Is this going to be like a standalone? What's the furthest place from here? X Lives of Wolverine and X-Men Unlimited Latitude #1. Okay. And the 23rd, we have ASM Batman 1 Dark Knight #2, Fourth Man #3, Ghost Cage #1, Hotel #4. We didn't talk about Hotel, probably because the cover is missing. Did they not update it anywhere? Nope. And then there's a #5 in April. Looks like that's going to be the last one. Okay. Human Target #6, Iron Fist #2. I think my enjoyment for Iron Fist was just enough to make me interested in issue #2. So we'll see. Picture of everything else. That's a we'll believe it when we see it situation. Taki! Oh, man, Taki. We miss you, man. We miss you. I hope you're doing okay. Thanks for coming in. Eric, he doesn't know. He doesn't know yet. He doesn't know. And Nick, skip Stillwater. Pick it up and trade. But this is the #1. What's going on with it? This sounds like a side gig. So not too sure. Not too sure what it is. I might just flip through it, see what's going on. Iron Fist, Oblivion Song, Rogues #1. Again, just something that's just different, man. We're in that universe. Joshua Williamson's writing it. We're just in this universe. I just want to see something different. DC Black Label series. You know what I mean? It's not a Batman book. It might be, around. It's more flashish, so we'll see. Saga, issue #57. Of course, we're getting that one. Trials of the Amazon. We're going to close out the Yara Flora chapter here, see where it's going from there. I don't know why. What is this? We have Demons #1, Jock, and we have the A. We'll see. Oh, well, this is cover C foil, so we'll see. We'll see which one shows up at the shop. They might not get both. Maybe they will. X Deaths of Wolverine, connecting cover #5. I think that'll be the last issue, right? Future, yeah. Continued on X Lives #5. I think that's the last one, though. And then the last week, we have All Guts No Glory #3, finishing that one out. We have ASM. We have some facsimiles. So we have ASM facsimile. We have Black Widow. We got that Buffy because it's the prison cover. We got DC Vampires #6. We got Hulk #5. Well, I went click happy with Something's Killing Children. We have Grand Design, Immortal X-Men #1. Magic Order Volume 2, issue #6, Marauders #1. Picture of everything else. We'll see it when we believe it. We'll believe it when we see it. I need more coffee. Something's Killing Children #21, C cover, bloody die cut. Something's Killing Children, one store per one store variant. Great. Step by Bloody Step, Swamp Thing and Swamp Thing. We're double dipping on the Swamp Thing. Stillwater already has 12 issues. That Buffy looks, doesn't it? Actually, it does not. Commit to the bit, though, right? Commit to the bit. So that's what I'm getting there. All right. Well, that is all I wanted to kind of show off today. I'm glad we got to work through this month's books. Lots of cool things coming out. I think mostly, Something's Killing Children is going to be a huge one. I can't wait for Grand Design. Of course, the X books will be kind of wrapping up with their issue 5s or getting close to wrapping up. We're getting some more interesting Hulk stuff. I think it's going to be a cool month. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We're getting some good indies and, our sagas and things like that, of course. So I think it's going to be a good month. Frizen is a vampire slayer. Yep, she is. As proven by the cover on the 30th. Yep. Frizen the Vampire Slayer. Well, guys, that's all I wanted to kind of show off today. It's time for some more coffee. It's time to get going here. get on with our day, be productive. I thank you all for watching. Let me know if you're catching us on the rewind. Let me know in the comments what you guys are picking up this month, what you're looking forward to, and all that good stuff. But thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for coming in and joining me today. I appreciate you. I think I have my normal poll videos coming out on Wednesday, followed by my cadets video, or vice versa. And then I have my Nick at Night. Nick at Night was just put out a couple days ago on Friday night, or actually it was early Saturday morning because YouTube took forever to upload. So if you wanted to know what's going on with the last week's books, check out Nick at Night. Next Sunday, I do have a CGC unboxing video. I sent a bunch of stuff out to CGC like in the summer, and they finally came back. So check out next Sunday, that video right there. So that'll be released then. So that is what's going on there. Yep. What is up? What is up? All right, we're going to bounce out of here. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you watching and everything. Thanks so much. Like, subscribe, share. Ding, ding, ding that bell notification, right, Big Herm? Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.